Very warm greetings to you all again. This presentation. I just wanted to discuss a few things, academic things rather, this time. We normally, as pilots or as engineers or doctors or anybody in professional fields, they get to ask, they get questions rather, that say, what grades do I need at high school to become a pilot or an engineer or a doctor, and so on and so forth. So, of course, everybody should be aiming for the highest possible grades they can ever get. I mean, that's obvious. That's why we go to school. And the school is a foundation. It's a building, one of the building blocks of a career. So, for me to say that you can get any grade, it's not very clear. Any can mean anything, but we don't want to put it that way. We have to always aim for high grades. In this presentation, I just want to share a bit about me and how my academic life in high school was. I have gone through quite a hard time to reach where I am right now. I'm one of those in the world who don't get things, who has never got anything just easily, right? We have to, it's been a hard work, a battle, a lot of determination, a lot of perseverance and the like to be where we want to be in life. So I wouldn't want to actually put forward the whole story here. The rest of the puzzle you'll be able to fit. But I ended my high school academics studies in the year 2001. And after that, life was terrible because there wasn't any future I could see ahead of me, coming from a very financially deprived sort of family where money was not something we could easily get, and I had a very expensive dream as a childhood to fly since I was 8 years old. So it happened to be that when I finished school, I worked as a driver, as a messenger, as a cleaner in various places, and then later I thought of giving private lessons in mathematics and physics to students at their homes, at their houses, and bit by bit I gathered interest in teaching, and I thought, okay, maybe let's me play this gamble where I can become a teacher. People like my teaching. I'm able to teach. People understand what I'm trying to tell them. So let me see if I can work towards getting a teaching degree, and which may land me a job, and then from there I can maybe pursue my career in flying. So I did that because after my high school there was no money for me to go ahead in university or anything. Nonetheless, I tried to go to South Africa to study there, but I was called back because money wasn't enough to continue my university studies, until on my second or maybe third attempt I came across a distance study institution called UNISA, and I started my degree program from home in 2003, and I finished my degree in 2007. And in 2004 is when I applied for a job at a high school where I was once a student. I got that job as a part-time teacher while I was studying, and after finishing my degree qualifications I got a full-time job as a teacher there, and that took me for a good 8 to 9 years. And in that process, when I was getting my salary, I was actually also paying from my salary into my flight schools in South Africa. So it was a process of paying and coming, going and coming. The training was like, pay as you go type, which the flight school where I went to actually agreed to take me on that basis, looking at my financial situation and me doing everything on my own without any sponsor, without any assistance from anybody. And then I finished my commercial pilot's license in 2011, and then I got a job in a company where I stay, which was my very first job, but the company collapsed, liquidated, it shut down only 3 months after I was taken in. And then thereafter again there was no job, and my late dad was struggling with paralysis, and being the only child, it was all sorts of problems which many of us have to tell. There are so many stories like these out there. I'm not unique, but it so happened that okay, I finished my flying, and I got this job, and the job ended, and another company came in. I'm into it currently right now, and I was taken in again, and started my career as a first officer on the NG, on the Boeing 737 NG, and then after 5 years I became a captain on the Bombardier, the Dash 8 Q400, which I fly currently. So for me it was like a 14 to 15 year long journey for me to be where I am right now. So it has never been easy, and that was my story. And also what added more problems to it was that academically I was only biased at high school. I was biased towards two subjects, mathematics and physics, and I wouldn't advise anybody to be like that. But why? It was because from a very early stage in my recognition of careers, I knew that for me to be a pilot, I had to take mathematics and physics, and I had to actually work on those. They happened to be my favorites as well, so I only concentrated on those, and the others I was working towards them, but not as much as I worked with mathematics and physics. So my GCSE grades, which I'll show you right now, as you can see, are these. And now from these grades, nobody can actually imagine that someone can be doing a job, a career of this sort as a high profile career. It's not easy, you see. So these are my grades. Economics, I got a C. The pencil ticks, I put them long time ago. Those are the ones that I said I passed, but these grades were not that great anyway. Mathematics, I did core, I got C. Physics, I got a C as well. And then you can see on the green certificate, I actually got an F in geography. So with these grades, people may tend to think, how can somebody with these grades become an airline pilot? Okay, I mean, that's a good question, but I mean, we can even argue that some of these subjects maybe were not necessary for me to do, but we have to do them. It's a policy. You need to know everything to be well informed in life, right? You can't choose which subjects you want to do and you don't want to do. So this is what I got. And then these grades disqualified me to do A-level studies immediately. I mean, as you can see, I would never be allowed to do A-levels. But the management changed, and another guy came and said, listen, I'll give you a contract, meaning I'll put you on a contract basis so you can do A-levels, and if we see that you cannot do the A-level, you can't cope with it, then we'll have to call it a day. All right, because with these grades and being a core student in that setting in those days, in the 90s, with the Cambridge and Oxford curricula, I was given a contract, and I studied very hard, and I was only told to do two subjects, which was mathematics and physics. I only qualified for two subjects, and these are the ones I wanted to do, because I was even teaching them, and after I finished my school rather, so I was really very keen to do maths and physics all along the way. So it happened to be that 2 years passed, and it was 18-19 hours a day of putting in effort. All right, and I got through my A-levels. Actually, it wasn't bad. I didn't get those high grades, but I got good passes, and this is what I got for my A-levels. For maths I got a C, and for physics I got a C. Okay, so these were high C's which I got. I had to repeat English anyway, because I wouldn't be qualified to do my degree studies later on in South Africa, because they use a matric system there, and I had to qualify for a certain number of points for me to get enrollment. So I went to do that, and I got a C also on that English exam. That was after school, well after school, and I had finished high school, and even before I got the job as a teacher at the same school, which is St. Andrew's School, where I stay. So here we go. So you can see that I had these grades, and then with the same grades, then I pursued degree study at University of South Africa, and I got my degree in education. Okay, after a good 4 years, 3 to 4 years of studying at home, I got my degree majoring in further education, and that landed me a job at St. Andrews, the school where I was once a student. And from there, my career went ahead. And today, I live my dream job of an airline pilot. There I am with my son, who I flew for the first time as he turned 3 years old. Him and obviously his mother as well, my wife, who was on the flight. Sadly, she doesn't like taking pictures. So if you ask me now, grade-wise, it's a subject of discussion. You can't just say that if somebody who's got really terrible grades cannot achieve their dream, because some people may not be good in a couple of things but may be very good in a couple of other things, so this is a decision that can be taken as a world decision, I think, where how do we cater for people who we know can make it in life. They've got the skill, they've got the talent. Yes, their learning pace is very slow, okay, because when you talk of these careers like pilots, engineers, doctors, astronauts, the tendency there, the ideology is that you've got to be a very fast learner, you've got to be A1, all that. Yes, it's true. If you can do that, it's fine. Some are gifted, some work towards it. But being a slow-paced learner like the way I was, and being behind academically, it should not be a reason for somebody not to pursue a career. I mean, I wasn't only behind academically, I was behind financially. My situation, everything was behind with me, and I actually just fought towards this goal of mine. But I would never have actually won this battle if it wasn't for God, because every single day I was praying. I prayed, because prayers are a necessity in one's life, and they do mean when things happen. And to me and to all of us who pray, we know that prayers do get answered. And for me it was a struggle, but I don't regret. It made me into a well-informed individual in the society, and somebody who can value other people's drawbacks, and also can teach other people and be patient. You understand? I hope this is making sense to all of you. So grade-wise, if you now ask me what grade should I have to become a pilot, I'll say I don't know. I can just say aim for the best grades you can. Aim for the best grades you can, and that's it. But even if you get E's, you shouldn't though. But it shouldn't, because you may have the skill of being a pilot or an engineer or a doctor or whatever, but it doesn't mean that maybe you got an E in a subject like it doesn't apply to you, means you're failed, you can't do anything. No, it's not true. Okay, so that's my advice to all of you guys who are in high school. If you're going to be watching this program, or if you are those who have been following my videos and you've got people who youngsters who are doing the high school, and if you want to forward them this, it's my advice to you that work hard in school. It's a very important thing. You need it, okay? You need to be in school. You need to have your certificates and your degrees. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But it's no guarantee. I don't think that's the word, but maybe it's not a confirmation that somebody who has appalling grades in a few other subjects and only good grades in very little other subjects cannot do what they want to do. As long as they work hard, and they get the opportunity and they can prove themselves, like the way I had to prove myself, that yes, I've got these IGCSE grades, but I still know that I'm good on this area and I'm not good in this area, okay? And fortunately it happened to be that everything for me that led to flying was something I could manage and do, and today I'm here sitting and talking to you. All right, so basically that's about it, and there is nothing else I can say on this front. But work hard, please. I can only say that don't be biased towards subjects. You have to do all subjects. Every subject you've got to do it with good determination, and then the triangle narrows down, and then you'll be only focused on subjects that are relevant to you. For example, I'll just say that in my degree studies with the university, I had to do things like drama, poetry, learning about Shakespeare and all that. I mean, I had no clue what I was doing, but I had to do it to get the degree, you see. So certain things are debatable, that why should we allow people to focus on things they'll never use in life? Why should we allow people to study subjects they'll never use in life? Yes, it's true, but I hope that there can be a system where subjects are learned for information purposes, but when somebody decides which career they want to take, they can only focus on those subjects which can take them, and then they can be allowed to do the tertiary education and the other trainings based on what they are good at. You understand? That's my thinking, but I'm not trying to change the world or the laws. I mean, that's how I see education to be, hopefully. All right, and otherwise, all you pilots, be safe, and forward these to your children, to your friends, families, and all those who are at high school, that this is the advice I can give if anybody asks me what grades should I get at high school to pick up a career in flying or in any other thing. Thank you very much, and stay safe. Until the next time, next video will be coming up soon. Be blessed.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, yes. Yeah, Captain.